CTV News at 5 with Tony Rima and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Tony is off. May 1st marks the troubling 2-year anniversary of the disappearance of a Sudbury woman. Wendy LaFortune was last seen in the New Sudbury area. CTV's Elena Everson has this update and starts us off tonight.
Wendy LaFortune was last seen on May 1st, 2024, walking along LaSalle Boulevard in New Sudbury. This Sunday, a walk in her honor and other missing women will retrace those steps.
To bring awareness to the fact that these girls are not home. None of us have our family members. Wendy's daughter, Mother's Day is coming. Her daughter's going to have no mom again. We need answers.
LaFortune says living without answers is agonizing, but she holds on to hope.
I'm emotionally drained. I'm numb. I'm up and down. I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm keeping going. The fight is far from over.
Lori says Wendy is a bright light and full of energy. She was living with addiction to crack and speed, but had just completed a recovery program a week before she disappeared.
Ending up in the wrong area, wrong people, wrong hands. I don't even know, in a matter of a week, she changed her life completely back that way. I don't know why she went that way. Something brought her back that way.
To help deal with the trauma of not knowing what happened to Wendy, Lori says her cats are pet therapy and help bring her a calmness. This past year, she also wrote a self-published children's activity and storybook entitled Always With Me.
I've written a book in honor of Wendy. It's on grief. It's for little hearts. A lot of times they don't understand where somebody went.
LaFortune says $4,000 is needed to keep this billboard going and hopes people taking part in the walk will help. Lori LaFortune says someone knows something and hopes the walk encourages anyone with information to share it to help her family find answers. Elena Everson, CTV News, Sudbury.
Time for our first check on weather. For more details, we go to CTV's Rick Wyman. And Rick, I'm not digging this cool stuff. When does the warm-up happen?
Well, if you're expecting a rose garden, forget about it. It's going to get better by about Sunday. How about that? We've got some cooler weather. We've got some sleet in the forecast, as you could tell. Our forecast courtesy of Environment Canada, brought to you by CAA. Get your membership today at caa.ca. So we've got some sleet, predominantly tomorrow. We do have some sunshine. We do have some cooler temperatures. Then things start to change from last night's forecast as well. We'll check it all out. 5-day forecast, Ian, coming up just a couple of minutes away, and not too bad for at least Sunday right now.
You just need 1 second of error to affect the family of multiple, like the people who is dependent on them.
Well, it was standing room only inside the Northern Water Sports Centre last night as people came out to take part in a town hall surrounding the 4-laning of Highway 69, organized by Sudbury MPP Jamie West and Nickel Belt MPP Francelina in a bid to share any information they had on the project after asking questions at Queen's Park. They also put out a call to those in the crowd looking to hear their stories about the highway, in particular the 2-lane stretch that has created issues for so many Northerners.
It needs to be done because that highway has always been dangerous, ever since I was growing up. There was a reason that got started back in the 90s, and the portion between Parry Sound and Barrie before that.
So many things are affected for us, and so many people live with the fear of driving that highway, which we have to remove that fear. And as people were saying here tonight, there's no room for error on that stretch of highway.
The point of tonight was to share information about Highway 69 and to hear from the people of Sudbury. I think that France and I are on the right track of keeping the pressure up. Lots of great suggestions, lots of interest from a variety, a really diverse background of people here. And I think really at the end of the day, if we can keep the pressure up, that we'll get this done together.
West says he's optimistic about being able to get this done, but he also feels that Premier Ford is feeling the pressure. He believes the slowdown is with the Conservative government. CTV News reached out to the Premier's office, which referred us to the Ministry of Transportation earlier this week about the highway. It said the remaining 68 kilometers is moving through engineering approvals and consultation right now, and they are actively engaged with local First Nations to get it done as quickly as possible. It steered shy, however, though, of providing a timeline. Highway 64 is now fully closed between Martin River and Sturgeon Falls due to flooding. No word yet on how long that closure might last. The road was closed 2 weeks ago for flooding in the field area as a spring thaw and heavy rain forced water levels to rise. Police are advising people to continue monitoring 511 for closure-related updates. Provincial police say Lake Temagami will likely rise, reaching flood allowance levels. In its latest update, the Ministry of Natural Resources says discharge from the Timmins Dam will likely push water levels in the upper Ottawa River above the start of damage level by tomorrow. The flood warning is still in effect and will remain until at least next Friday. Rising water levels have also led officials in Moose Creek First Nation to declare a state of emergency. Evacuations have not yet begun. In a news release, the community says they are now at level 5, where all members are asked to prepare for a potential evacuation. The designated evacuation site will be the Thomas Chichu Jr. Memorial Community Hall. If the levels continue to rise, officials say the fire department will travel through the community using sirens and loudspeaker announcements telling residents to get to the site. Time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5, Rick has your full weather forecast. For now, let's head up to Wawa for a live shot of that famous goose. It is pretty cool up there right now. Someone might have to get that bird a scarf and booties. Just how long can we expect this cold front to linger? Rick's got your answers after the break. Stay with us. You're watching CTV Northern Ontario.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
So I'm standing around earlier this morning around 10 o'clock and it started snowing and I'm going, does it ever stop in northeastern Ontario or just northern Ontario? Forecast radar, we've got some flurries, we've got some rain, we've got some cooler temperatures, and then it starts to get warmer. But yes, we did have some flurry activity this morning in New Sudbury. So again, you can see the trace of flurries anyhow. And more of the same over the course of the next couple of days. Sudbury Nickel Belt for tomorrow, chance of sleet, showers or flurries. No surprise, 6 degrees, 7 Saturday, sun and cloud, cooling down to -3 at night. Sunday, we've got 11. Monday, chance of showers at 11, and 11 on Tuesday, showers once again. So you'll have to wait until at least Sunday when it starts to perk up temperature-wise. Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, chance of sleet tomorrow. Again, showers or flurries at 5. Sunshine Saturday, 7. Sunday, chance of sleet, 11. Monday, chance of showers at 30%, chance of showers at 30% as well on Tuesday, 8 degrees, your daytime highs for Monday and Tuesday. Totally different story here in Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing. Chance of flurries at 60% tomorrow, only 3 your high. 4 Saturday, chance of sleet. Sunday, here we go, 11 degrees, loads of sunshine. Monday, chance of sleet. Tuesday, chance of sleet, 8 and 9. So if you're standing around wondering, when does it ever end? Well, you might get some rain, you might get some snow, and it just might continue throughout the month of May. No, I'm just kidding there. Temiskaming Shores and Kirkland Lake, chance of sleet tomorrow at 6. Saturday, some cloud cover, 6. 11 Sunday, sun and cloud, chance of showers Monday, Tuesday. Also 11-degree days. Hey, don't forget, May kicks in tomorrow. Whole new month weather-wise. North Bay, West Nipissing. Chance of sleet tomorrow at 40%, 7 degrees your high. Saturday, sun and cloud at 9. 11 Sunday, sunshine. I like that. Monday, we've got some showers, chance of showers at 30%, 13 your high, which is a nice temperature. 12 degrees on Tuesday, also chance of showers at 30%. So Ian, let's just keep our fingers crossed. It's going to get better. A new month tomorrow, warmer temperatures, different conditions, and finally we're escaping the druthers of the month of April. Back to you.
I've got everything crossed. Thanks, Rick. Well, many across the north are starting to clean up for spring. Today, seniors at Finlandia Village in Sudbury joined members of community living on the grounds for the annual cleanup blitz. CTV's Lindsay Alick reports.
From raking leaves to picking up garbage, Residents, family members, and volunteers gathered on the grounds of Finlandia Village in Sudbury today for a cleanup blitz.
We've had folks out here since 8:30 this morning. The event doesn't start till 10, and they're sweeping and they're raking, and they just really want to be outside. The benefits of being outside, are tremendous for everybody, and so it's a way for us to stay active and have some fun as well.
This is the second year members of the Skill Center at Community Living have been part of the event.
I came last year, and I don't know, I've done it before, and really it feels like every piece of garbage makes the planet more healthy, and it's kind of like every piece of garbage is like making a better place and a cleaner place here. And I'm also here because of the pizza, obviously.
I'm excited to clean up.
I like to help out. We really look forward to that. We really love that sense of community as well. So it brings in other folks for people to meet. And so they help us out tremendously. And it's a really fun time for them.
The grounds at Finlandia Village are significant, and De La Morandiere says they are growing.
We have independent living, assisted living, nursing home, and we're currently building an additional 32 long-term care beds, as well as apartment buildings. So that should be completed by the end of this year.
The annual cleanup has been a staple here at Finlandia for over 10 years, with over 50 people participating in today's event. Lindsay Alick, CTV News, Sudbury.
Coming up on CTV News at 5, a well-known beloved trauma support dog from our region is getting ready to hang up their vest. Plus, the Sudbury Five are now back-to-back champions of the Basketball Super League. The red carpet was rolled out today for the well-known and beloved Nipissing District Trauma Support Dog. Chewy is hanging up his vest to officially retire. CTV's Eric Tashner has his story and more on what comes next.
Chewy the dog has earned himself more than a few treats and a long overdue break.
He was very excited. He recognizes everybody here.
Over the years, he's brought comfort to those who've needed it.
Those who work in this field, who experience this amount of trauma day in and day out, absolutely need support, and that's some of his biggest impact.
Chewy was originally trained to be a bomb-sniffing dog in the United States, but it didn't pan out. Then he found his true calling, trauma support. So when he was 2 years old, he donned the vest happily, tail wagging, joining victim services, full of energy and ready to put his nose to the grindstone.
Chewy's being a wonderful work partner. It's wonderful going to work with him and just seeing what a positive difference he makes in other people's lives.
Much of his work took place quietly and privately. He sat with thousands of crime victims, children, and first responders during some of their most difficult moments, supporting them during interviews, crisis response, or outreach support.
He carried out that mission flawlessly in exchange for nothing more than a gentle scratch behind the ears.
He's absolutely proud of the job he does and likes to show folks how well he can do it.
One of the places Chewy often visited was the Nipissing Transition House, showing love to women and children fleeing violence.
When you're with a counselor, you probably have to do a little bit of talking about your situation and what's happening and how you feel. And Chewy, it was just him there, allowing us to be grounded and mindful.
Chewy's legacy will continue through the ongoing Trauma Support Dog program and the next canine support dog in training, preparing to follow him in his paw prints.
And in the next few days, we'll be announcing his successor, coming from the Canadian Lions Club for guide dogs, so it's a really exciting new partnership.
So what's next for Chewy as he packs it in? Well, it's safe to say he'll be getting a lot of
pets, lots of treats, lots of walks.
A well-earned retirement for one understanding and caring pup. Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
Last night was the night to defend the throne, win it all, or hand it over to Kitchener, and Sudbury came out swinging. This one was going to be for all the marbles, a winner take all, and after that nail biter of a Game 4, just when you think things couldn't get any closer, they go and have a Game 5. More on that in just a second, but at 1 point Sudbury towards the tail end would take a commanding lead, more than a dozen points. It wouldn't last for long. They managed to hold out, however, to take this one right to the buzzer. Final score 90-89 for Sudbury.
Super excited, super proud of all the guys. it's been like a long grind of a season, so to finish it the right way feels really good.
Just all the hard work and sacrifice that myself and my teammates, the coaching staffs, everyone's put in the organization from the beginning of the season, even prior to that to now, just to kind of commend it with the championship. It means a lot to us, it means a lot to me. Going back to back, never really won as a pro before, so having the opportunity to prove it twice in this league is a tremendous feeling that I'll never forget.
Meanwhile, the bar was packed down at Shoeless Joe's in Sudbury as the official viewing party cheered on the hometown team from afar. It was loud, it was standing room only, but Five fans telling CTV News that they never lost faith in their team. In fact, they say they knew all along it was going to be a good night.
Amazing. I am shaking. My heart is pounding, and I'm so proud I could cry. Awesome.
It was super intense, but really fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
It was really cool. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
How was the game for you?
It was pretty fun, except for the times it was freezing.
Yo, the team went great. Honestly, amazing game.
And any message to the team?
Keep going and keep doing what you do.
I think they did well from what I saw.
And for the crowd in your restaurant tonight?
It was amazing. Everyone was so happy to just watch and be a part of it.
They looked pretty stoked down there for sure. Our thanks to the team at Shoeless Joe's and our counterparts at CTV Kitchener. No doubt we'll have much more as they look to recover themselves now that they're back here in Sudbury. Maybe even celebrate with the fans. Once again, champions of the Basketball Super League, back-to-back champs coming back from a 2-game deficit to take it all. Congratulations, Five. When we return, we'll take a look at your community close-up. You're watching First at 5.
There is plenty of tech news to talk about this week. To break it down for us, let's bring in cybersecurity and tech analyst Ritesh Kotak. He joins us from Toronto. Hi there, Ritesh.
Hello.
Ottawa outlines plans to tackle financial crime, ban crypto ATMs. Ritesh, tell us more.
So firstly, I applaud the Liberals on making this move. I think this is the right thing to do. Look, these crypto ATMs have been known to be used by money launderers and fraudsters. Essentially what it is you take cash, you go to one of these ATMs, you put the cash in, you end up getting some crypto, which you can put in a digital wallet, and that wallet usually ends up being one of those belonging to a fraudster, and individuals are being scammed millions of dollars. It was absolutely ridiculous. So I applaud this move. I think this is a step in the right direction to tackle fraud. A lot more has to be done, but I'll be happy to see that these crypto ATMs are no longer there. There are legitimate ways of buying crypto. This is not one of them.
Okay, let's move on. Could AI agents ruin your credit? What do you think, Ritesh?
Short answer, yes, if not done correctly. And look, we are thinking about AI agents, like agentic agents, being able to handle all our tasks, from answering our emails to placing orders for us. And look, I think there is some valid uses for this. Think about an item that is out of stock, and you say, look, when this item comes back on stock, AI agent, I want you to go ahead and purchase it, or concert tickets. But there are obviously issues. Is there ways of manipulating these agents that they only buy from particular brands? What if they go rogue and start making purchases and racking up those credit card fees? And if there's a dispute, who is responsible for it? So big tech and payment processors are trying to create a framework, but if not done correctly, yes, the AI agents could ruin your credit.
Okay, here's something interesting. AI smart glasses will help visually impaired runners take on the London Marathon. How would this work?
So the way it's going to work is these wearables have cameras, they got microphones, and they got speakers. So what they would act as is essentially eyes and different senses for these runners. And as the individual is running, there could be a human being relaying information, but also real-time information from their environment being picked up, being shared with the runner, and essentially acting as a guide. I think that this is one of those examples where technology can really create accessible spaces and make the whole world accessible for individuals. So a fantastic story. I think that we're definitely going to want to see more of these technologies that will be able to create more accessibility for individuals.
Before we go, Ritesh, congratulations on becoming an uncle once again. Your sister had a healthy baby boy.
Thank you so much.
Ritesh Kotak joined us from Toronto. And to see more of our Tech Talk segments, head to our website, CTV News Northern Ontario.ca.
Time now for a look at our community close-up, and for that we begin in Sudbury, where Roseanne Godmer has a couple of best friends on her hands. Would you look at these two beauties? American Bulldogs. We're being told Miller is the one who's sitting further back. He's got his dear sister at the front. They look like a good boy and good girl if I ever saw one. Thank you so much, Roseanne, for sharing. The Chevalier du Colombe Council 12047 of Saint-Anne-des-Pins, otherwise known as the Knights of Columbus, donating $15,000 to Sudbury's Pregnancy Care Center and Infant Food Bank. They wanted to fund baby car seats and baby gates for families in need for a full year. Any remaining funds will go to the food bank. Thank you so much for looking out for our little Northerners. Finally for us tonight, Cindy Lou Heppenstall Brooks sent us this great shot of a bald eagle in calendar. Now you've got some eagle eyes yourself, Cindy, to spot this guy all the way up there. What a great find. Thank you for sharing. What beautiful birds. If you have any pictures, videos, or events you'd like us to showcase, you can email them to us at communitycloseup@bellmedia.ca. Finally tonight, a Crave TV show and Sudbury were recently spotlighted in one of the world's most popular comedy podcasts.
It is Canadian and does have to do with hockey. It's a show called Shoresy.
Oh, I love Shoresy.
That is making me laugh. And you know what it's also making me do?
Yeah.
Cry.
It's making, okay.
On the latest episode of Good Hang with Amy Poehler, John Hamm was asked what makes him laugh, what TV show he is watching, and went on to explain the premise of the show, his love of the actor Jared Keeso, and how it's based on a hockey player from what he called the small Northern Ontario town of Sudbury. The plug has already garnered the attention of Sudbury Tourism, who has extended an invitation to Hamm. If that's the case, John, you have an invitation to come visit us here at CTV anytime. Although not a small Northern Ontario town, it's a city. There's more news for the North. It's a great show. There's more news for the North coming up at 6. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.